Why understanding your pattern isn't enough to heal. As we approach the end of the year, you might notice that certain emotions and feelings are coming up. A sudden nostalgia, a quiet sadness, or even feelings that you have been trying to avoid for a very long time. They're coming to the surface again. This time of year usually makes us more sensitive, and especially if you are single, recently divorced, separated, or longing for a relationship. The holidays have a way of awakening longing, even for things we never fully had. At this time, you may even feeling and knowing that you are repeating a pattern in your relationships. You can see it, you know it. But suddenly you realize that knowing what's happening is not the same as healing it. You may have done a lot of inner work already. You read the books, attended the seminars, maybe even worked with a therapist or a coach for some time. But you feel and you know, you can clearly see how your wounds, your emotional imprints, and all patterns shape your relationships. And you know all that. You are aware of that. But that doesn't mean that you are really making changes, right? You know all the theories. You know exactly what's going on. You can see that clearly. How your wounds, how your emotional patterns, how the old stories in your head shape your relationships. Relationships that are not having a happy ending. And you keep asking, even though I try so hard, why I cannot change my patterns. And it could be very frustrating and isolating. It's a lonely place to be because it's something we usually don't share with friends, right? So that means one thing, that knowing and becoming aware could be even more frustrating because you know what you're doing and you are aware that no matter how much you work, you don't make the necessary changes, the changes that you really want. And probably there are moments in your life when you really wish you could go back to the time when you believed that the person was the problem, or that you were missing the red flags because you were making bad choices. But now that innocence is gone. We're not innocent anymore. We know what we're doing. The problem is knowing what's happening is not the same as healing it. So there's something else that needs to be done. And that's why I am here for. Sometimes the best thing to do is to find someone who can understand, who had the experience, someone you can rely on, someone who will respect your emotions, someone who won't judge you, and take your hand and work with you in your own way, at your own pace, all the way finding the best way to really, really make that change that is so necessary. I am telling you this because I already had that experience. I know exactly how that works. Because we are aware about what's going on, we can see that clearly. We can see how our mind keeps pulling us back to the old story. And we may try, we do the meditations, we do the exercises, we journal, we do all that, and still we can see we are not really evolving into a real healing, right? As a new cycle approaches, this could be the best moment, because when one cycle ends and another one begins, it's like the perfect door opening for an initiation. And trying to break a pattern, trying to change the old story, it could be very hard if you're doing that alone. But if you have someone who can guide you and support you without making you feel that something is broken, because you're not broken. You're just a human being having an experience. So what I'm trying to say is that many times it's not about trying harder. It's about working, being supported the way that is best for you, not like in general for everyone. My program is designed especially for each person, for each individual with particular needs, stories, and experiences. So if you feel like this resonates with you, if you feel seen by my words and by what I already explained, please feel free to contact me. I am offering a clarity session that is totally free. You can find the link in the description below. We can have a conversation to see if what I am offering is a good fit for you. If you are really ready, if you are so tired of trying different programs, different books, different methodologies, and nothing seems to work, maybe this is time for something totally different. This is totally personal, private, it's a one-on-one container. It's an emotional container and guidance with different tools, different methodologies that will help you to find your own way to make those changes. It's like having a witness, having someone by your side who will listen, understand, but at the same time who may keep you focused on the work, doing the repetition, because this is about repetition. So find out in the description all the details on my website about this very special container. And I hope to talk to you very soon. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and see you next time. Happy New Year. Namaste.